welcome back to Stasis Geek. Now, this is going to be probably heavily spoiled if the movie was any good, but this is more like a warning to people. Don't watch this movie, Uglies. On Netflix, it's a pile of trash. Now, I don't make these often. I don't think I've ever made one of these warning, do not watch videos, but it's so bad I had to, because I'm never going to get my hour and 40 minutes back, whatever it is, of trash. So if anybody's, this is it. Uglies on Netflix. It's now there. Now, why did I even pick to watch this? This was a day where, to be honest, we had watched everything and we just needed to find something new. And it popped up. And by the 10 seconds of trailer, I kind of got dragged in. My fault. Should have done a little bit of research. And it was kind of like, shall we give it a go? Yeah, so we watched it. What an absolute diabolical piece of trash this movie actually is. So again, do not go watch it. Now, but why? But why? So the concept is a kind of a play on in time. I suppose when you get to a certain age where that kind of puts that clock onto you, this one, you get to become pretty. So what they start off with is quite, I'm not going to go into the full movie because it's a pile of poop and there's not really a story to this movie except for it's a pile of poop. Is when they turn 16, they become beautiful. Yeah, everybody has plastic surgery and they become, at 16, go under the surgeon's knife or the computer knife or the robot's knife, whatever, and become beautiful. So it transparent straight away that the parents who are beautiful kind of give up their kids at an early age. I think it must have been like 6 or 7. Must be, yeah. So you see the two main characters in this kind of growing up together and they're all kind of getting to that 16. They're getting near the 16. And one of the characters does. Yeah, the male character kind of leadish. The friendship breaks up and like that. So he goes off. When it happens, you go into another city. That's across the bay from this. I suppose it's like an orphanage, but not. It's like a waiting area to make yourself beautiful. Now, there is a couple of problems with that. And I'm going to bring up a couple of photos. And then you'll see some problems. It's called Uglies. Yeah. And I must say, there is a book. And I'm guessing the book is 1,000 times better than this. And it might explain stuff much better than this did. Because this writing is the worst writing I've ever known in an adaptation of a book. The direction is horrid. There's only one person who acts in it. And like he's David. He's actually trying. Give him credit for that. Everybody else is goddamn awful. So I'm going to go for it. And we're going to go for it. Let's go for the this is on IMDb. And we're going to go through the photos. Yeah. Now, this is the we're just going to do it in order. Let's do it actually a better order. So this is one of the teen uglies. And that's another teen ugly. Let's go through. This is a now beautiful teen ugly. This is the rebels that don't want to be made pretty. And they live in the forest. This is the uglies before they're pretty. So that's the guy. As you can see, there. This is literally the thing. So we got ugly, now pretty, and the two rebels kind of things. And this is kind of the area. So it's quite an interesting. And this is like the lead, I suppose. They, and I'll get to that, is the leader of the plastic surgery, the council of getting everybody pretty. Yeah. And this is just things. And this is kind of the thing. So it's dystopian society. Yeah. And it's a bit, so we can go through that. So look, really ugly. And that's the issue I had straight away is the people they're saying ugly aren't ugly. They're, decent looking people. And they've kind of destroyed it as that this is all of them. So these underage kids are waiting when they're 16 to have, as we can see here, look, the really, really ugly people there, not get to have plastic surgery. And they're being told in this movie that this is what they are here for. They have a bit of a scene where they are picking and choosing. I think it was just shown there, like on the computer system, they pick and choose and update their look they're looking for. So this is best way I can describe it is plastic surgery saves the world. But why? Because after they've had their plastic surgery, everybody's happy and everybody parties and everybody seems to be doing anything else but doing productive work. So it's a bit of a terrible storyline in that. But I thought they might lead into that. No, they didn't. Did they, Soddle? So they literally, it is bad. So we're going to go through the pictures. So, of course, our hero, I suppose, I can't remember her name, goes off to, she gets manipulated. Here's the island on the left, and this is the, look, if you're pretty, look where you go to area. And super ugly. This is David. This is guy. Actually, he tried to act with the worst dialogue and worst directing that he could be given. This is again the leader, and that's it. And look, this is the uglies, and then one's being beautified. I suppose is the best thing to do it. So the main character, and I'm going to close that for 2 seconds, is. I can't remember her character name. Tally. So Tally is, for some reason, really good at climbing. Don't know why, just is. Doesn't need to explain it, Soddle. No, it doesn't. And they tried to do that is because when she gets manipulated by the leader, what is their name? Dr. Cable. Dr. Cable tells them, go and find the rebels, because in one scene somebody kind of gives a brief description of where they could be, and this is my problem because you've got that city and you've got the rebels in a camp somewhere outside the city, and it's new technology, and she takes probably like 2 days to get there. You're saying they don't have drones and heat seekers to find out that there's a population of people out there? It's stupid. It's stupid. So she gets there and the rebels are like, oh, you know, because her friend went there and I don't want to be beautified. And she gets there by doing all these little stunts and jumps and things. Like she's got the best acrobatic ability ever. Why? Just because. And then the morality of this movie just goes downhill because they want to make all the people who don't want to be beautiful, beautiful, even though they're away from the situation. Now, they tried to make them out there doing stuff, terror-related, but they're not really. They're just burning this plant that makes everybody... you think it helps with their plastic surgery, but then there's a scene where it's blatantly I guess like a robot thing does it. You know, you're getting cut. So please avoid, because after that, nothing really happens. So it's obvious what's going to happen. It just sets up something up, because the worst thing this movie does, it sets it up for a sequel. And it's absolutely terrible. This is absolutely terrible. From the casting is, if you're going to call something Uglies, I don't know what the book is called. To be honest, it does intrigue me to go and read the book to actually look what the hell Netflix did. But please do not click play. Do not waste your time. This is a warning of, this is one of them probably in my now top 20 of all time worst movies of all time. It is that bad. So avoid. Let the plague. Because it is bad. Now, there are worse movies in there. So I would give it, because the concept grabbed me. The look feels, the CGI on certain bits looks good. The rest of it is terrible. I would give it a 2 out of 10. Easily. It is that bad. So I don't say that because there are worse B movies out there. But this is a good budget. This is a good budget one. So please, Uglies, do not watch. Do not watch this movie. Save your lifespan. Literally. And a lot of brain cells, because it is so bad. I can't see this being greenlit for a sequel, but it might be. Now, I was told it might be because Pushing Hard, this character who apparently was in They, if you know what I mean, was in a prison one. I can't remember. Was it Orange is the New Black or something? I think that's it. Not too sure. Somebody might need to correct me. But they are being pushed as the Netflix branding for this. So it's awful. Cannot act. Cannot act. Looks terrible for the part. It's supposed to be the beauty queen, and absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible at it. So again, just ignore. Stay away. It's probably the best. I laugh because it's sitting at a 4.8 now, and I always love doing this. Is when you see people, let's get that, who give it 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Now, I like doing this. When you see it starts to go down once you move away from United States and Canada. Everybody doesn't really give it 10, but the United States, ta-da! Literally. How? This is a perfect movie. It's not even clear that it is a movie. Let's put it that way. So please, again, this is a warning video. Do not go and waste your time. I wasted it for you. I can't give a spot. Like you can't even review this because it's that bad and it doesn't make sense. You kind of just feel a bit of like saliva dribble whilst watching it because you're like, please let it end. What is going on? Is something going to happen? Nothing happens. And then it goes, I'm going to set it up and not end the movie because we think we're that good and we deserve a sequel. You're not. If this gets a sequel, wowza. But please, don't waste your time on Uglies because everybody's beautiful in it already. No, I would have thought the movie would have explained the ugly people who then left, as they call them ugly, they're not ugly, going to be the rebels, that they felt beauty inside already. They didn't need to be have the plastic surgery. But then the avocation, of the main doctor, Dr. Cable, doesn't really prove a point. You kind of go against your own sayings there. So I kind of didn't get it. And then I don't think the director got it. The screenwriter got it. The production crew got it. The actors didn't get it, except for the guy who played David. He got it. He got it. He tried to do his best in acting. The rest of it, sorry guys, you kind of missed the mark, missed the dartboard, went down the loo really, really fast. So give us a comment if you've seen it, please, and please just avoid it if you haven't seen it. But give us a like if you want to like. As always, Stasis Geek out.